Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and coach at TradeView Markets. It's March 25th. It's Friday. After a nice week in the market here, we're sitting at Friday. So you know what? The future's still sitting at 45.27, somewhat near the high. So you know what I mean? Let me just sign into TradeGATEHub and let me give you a clue of what's going on here. There's really not much going on. Uh, it's a Friday. I think there's a lot of reshuffling going on. The market's made a nice move up. Uh, Here we are on TGH this morning. Okay. So I'm just going to get right into the basics and fundamentals. Here's the market right here, market sentiment. Okay. And this is before today with the futures up, whatever, 24, 25 handles, if you will. Okay. So this with the market sentiment being overbought, and the rotation is still evident as you can see. Oils, well, I'll show you in a second. Oils are going up. The commodities are still going up. Some things are shuffling or having some rest, if you will. But as the theme has been throughout this year, right now, it's a stock pickers week or day, if you will. Fear of greed is right here. Hedge fund exposure. This is very bullish. Going back to the beginning of the week with the Goldman indicator, they put a little bit of money to work, but they're well underwater or underfunded or have to put money to work, if you will. And these are hedge funds. They're either short or have no money to put to work. Either way, this is bullish. You can see whenever they get down here and are bearish, the market rallies. They have to put money to work. Credit default swaps, as you know, this is driving the market lately. This is in our favor. NASDAQ future sentiment, we're resting a little bit today, to no surprise. A Bill of Bear indicator, everybody got a little bit more bullish, a little bit more complacent. I'm hearing more people say the bottom is in, if you will. It seems like more of the old timers, if you will, beg to differ, but because they've seen more correction. But pardon. One of those weeks. So it seems a lot of the main indicators are saying that we have. I wish crude and these commodities would pull back a little, but certainly the big tech stocks are holding in well, being Apple, Microsoft, and having good moves here. So let's keep going. Bank of America bull and bear indicator. Listen, the people that have Bank of America clients are really like our older clients, if you will. A lot of the newer ones have all these, the apps or whatever they have it, or wherever they put their money. So this is a little bit on the older. So a lot of people, the older boomers or the Generation Xers, which I could guess and considered one, they're still pretty bearish. They don't believe it. And that was edified by my previous comment saying, well, the old timers don't really believe we bottom. But as Miss Helene always says, price action does trump sentiment, and sometimes you got to put your opinion aside and trade what you see. Because if you have you'd be very opinionated and get in a lot more trouble. Lewis, this is fewer. McElliott, leadership. Kramer said begs and Sebis. Halichi's right. The utilities making. I just go through all these things right here, and basically, listen. You don't even have to be in tune with what's going on the market to a degree. And I haven't said this in some time, but for those that really don't want to just have the everyday, just grind, just take the top 5 and bottom stocks or the range with volume and good price action. You know what? Usually two or three you've hit. So MP worked. Let's look at here. LAC worked. Cliff is obviously breaking a new high. X is breaking a new high. Even some of these things like the Telrays, they worked. And these marijuana stocks, Cleveland Cliff, Boyle, Nevada's positive today. Take the losers. PDD is down today. LABD, I think. Oh, why? Just, you know what? It's KBH is down into the $1.50. So, for those that don't get caught up in the real macro view and want to be a little bit more empirical, write down the top 5 and 10 stocks every day that have good price action range and volume. You don't have to worry about it, a lot of other things there. The volume they usually go back to anyway. So let me get cross out of this for a second. Okay. XP massive info. Just listen, it's up to you to go through all this data in the morning. It's up to me to kind of interpret and give it to you. So let me go back to what's moving today. Let me go back to my main screen. Let me share. Like I said, I'm not doing much. If it wasn't for that I had to do the podcast, or this as we speak right now, I probably wouldn't even be in front of the computer. Doesn't mean there's always another trade. It doesn't mean that I'm just it's not my STNE. It's not my type of trade now. Market looks like it's going up. Okay, so here's the futures. Here are your commodities. BTU still ripping right here. Let's look at our oils. PAGs. I had this overnight. I couldn't hold it. I covered this PAGs. I was short PAGs. I said enough is enough. And where did I cover this thing? What a bad cover. But you know what? When you contra trade and when you're long a stock that goes from $12 to $21 in 5 days, you're lucky to be up $1 in it. I shorted it this morning, so I covered it where? 21. I left a lot of good money on the table. Whatever you're gonna do. STNE, Nerve, Path, CF, right there, Zim, crude. What's breaking lower right now? Let me get to this thing. I'll show you what's breaking. The futures are getting, the Nasdaq's getting hammered. Display. I take this off just because it looks like it's a Christmas tree. But here we go. Break. Hopefully, I can. You can see this and articulate it well. All these blinking lights, roller stocks breaking low here. These marijuana stocks. CGC is negative. For those that they got the home run, that was past. That was poor price action. You know, the news was out. CGC should open up $2, and it opened up whatever. Closed at what, $7.90, and it opened up $8.90. I'll tell you, I had 40,000 current right here, 40,000 of it easily. And I said, this thing doesn't act well. Kern, which by the way is a low float marijuana stock, you know, which has had, you know, first of all, this stock used to be 300. Or it doesn't reflect the split. Trust me, this was a squeeze stock. So I said, Kern, this Kern is only up like 10 cents when it's a heavily shorted stock. I said, if I was short the stock, I'd be happy. So I sold the majority of my Kern, the marijuana stock at 130. You know, now it's 110. So it saved me, what I have, 40,000 shares, saved me $8,000. Another one, I had VFF, Village Flavors. This was another one of my favorite ones. I gave this back to Coach when he started getting it. I think it was like right here around $8 to $9. So same with VFF. I had 20,000 VFF. I started selling. I thought I was early. I thought I, started selling a lot of it at 637. You know, now it's whatever, $6. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. Futures, where are they going right now? Futures are negative. Tilray, negative. Pins, negative. AMD, negative. Apple and Microsoft are giving it up right now. Ford, negative. GDS, SE, Tesla went negative. NIO had bad news today. Bitcoin, negative. Oils are breaking higher. Penn, negative. I couldn't hold these things. A shame. STNE. Those are bad selling some of this STNE. Now I'm long STNE. And why am I long STNE? I like it going here to the moving average. Nice move up. It was hanging in at 12 with these other payment providers right here until they went negative. Square was up $1 before it came on the air. Yeah, right here. Well, whatever. What are you going to do? So things are moving down nicely right here. So that 45.09 on the futures, I don't know what the news is. I'm going to have to look at it for a second. But the 44.50, let's look at a month on the futures. Okay. We like I said, we want to hold 44.95 after a nice run like this. So after I see this, I look, what's the VIX doing? The VIX is breaking high on the day. Futures are good. So you know what? Let's look what's going on. So when I see this market take a dip, I'll go share new screen. This is what I look at. My Twitter feed. See that? So the market just came in what, like 20 handles that came on, which isn't a lot. I mean, it is 11:30 and it's no surprise, but I want to know what's going on. So I'll go right here. My Twitter feed. I want to know what news is going on. Longs are taking profits and this can snowball. Massive fire at a Aramco facility. See this? This is this guy right here, chartpattern.com. It's one of the ones I follow right here. And he says right here, 27 minutes ago, it's a stock picker's market since this key resistance. Exactly what I said. And listen, we both didn't split the atom, but this is a guy at a high level. And Twitter acting well. Ugh. Twitter's not acting well. Jim Cramer, ES support. So what's moving the market? Nothing really. I see EQT bullish. I bought two Path here. Path is going down hard. What's moving? AFRM down $4. All right, let me give you another thing. I'll get out of here and I'll X out. And I'll show you this. When I see the market making a move like this, I'll go here. New share. We'll share. Okay, our top list page. Now, when I see relative volume movers, this, all these stocks have over 300, 400%. What's gone down? So CRXT, what's gone down in the past 10 minutes? Okay. So Kern, costs, iClick, nothing really, GRWG, ACB. So the marijuana stocks took a hit. CGC Telray, what's gone up in the last 10 minutes? That'll show me. Also, the rotation might be evident. What's gone up right here? Come on. What are you doing? Bed Bath & Beyond, CRXT. What's near the high? HPE, HPRRC, oils at the high. What's on the low? My biggest losers with large green, bottom left. BILL, TTD, they're selling tech, Twilo, Net, Overstock, typical. Netflix, Alcoa actually versed. That's a key thing on the other ones. Billy, all China stocks on the low. Wow, we're going down nicely. So I'll look at my screen here again. This is what I look at. Go back to my main page as I look at that, and I see futures at 44.08, MU down $2, Ford, Hertz, DraftKings, Alcoa. Now, why are the other ones not going down? Freeport's only down 25 cents, but Alcoa is down $2. But Alcoa has more pull. So I'm looking at Alcoa. 1 day down doesn't make reversal. Probably holds at the 90 level. What else is going down? Cleveland Cliff, not budging. BTU, breaking the high of the day. So there's still an energy. CPE had a ton of option flow today. Still looks good, CPE, right? I wouldn't short it. That's the ultimate compliment. CPE. So we're at 45.10. STNE down $2. I'm in trouble with this, but I'm not going to buy more. PAGS, SFT, INDO, Carvana down 15, Bumble, Labu. Anybody what XBI? What are we going to do with the XBI, Lewis? Right here. It's in no man's land. You know what I mean? It's like the RUT now. It's in a range from 93 to 90 the past week. You want to step up, it probably goes to, I don't know where you step up on these things. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to just not to have an opinion. BTU is still ripping higher. Deer going higher. Moss, COP breaking higher. Oxy, I was short this for a trade right before I came on the air. I said, I don't want a headache. And this is what I did to Oxy, by the way. Short it. I was shorted from 58.90, covered it right on the air at 59.12. Went up to 60, saved myself a couple of thousand, just saying I don't even like it. Probably sticks at 60. But I wouldn't be doing anything now being here over the weekend. Now, this is a weekend play. Everybody's a little bit reticent. You know what I mean? Let's look at our mover page here. I'll get the questions in a second. I haven't looked because I don't want to get distracted. CRXT, ONL, KPLT, CRK, HP, another oil stock. Would you short HP? No, you wouldn't. Tel, this was all over the feed yesterday to buy. Look at Tel. SU is another one on the Jesus feed. If you guys were over, this was all over the feed. Yet. Oh, SM was, I'm sorry. SM. I ignored it. I said, no, don't worry about it. Oil might be extended, and that's what it's doing. SM, okay. Let me get back to business. Favorites. Am I sharing correctly? By the way, Coach, if you're listening, Coach is just getting in some real high quality guys lately. Not lately, just continuing. And I want to thank him if he's not listening now. GRW. See these marijuana stocks? If this was real, these didn't even do the volume. GRWG, a letdown. So the thing is, I would let it, people are stuck in these things a little bit. I sold, thank God. But let them still even out a little bit. VFF Tilray, right? Tilray made a move. Where's Tilray? 2-day move on Tilray from 6 to 8. Passing marijuana legislation, when, by the way, you all know that a lot of these other stocks are going up, and there's some squeezes in the market as well. So, this was an unimpressive move. It doesn't mean the bill won't pass. It doesn't mean they're not in play, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are hoping that these things come back at the end of the day, and that leads to overhead supply. You know what I'm saying? So let me get one other page here. If I go off on tangents, I apologize. It's 11:15. Let me go to another share. What's the alert page? What's moving now? RRC, bullish strategy, and why? Because it's a natural gas stock. Didn't we talk about this yesterday, Coach? RRC, go to yesterday's video. RRC was on there. Right, Coach? So was Devon. So was PXD. Coach says, what stock in PXD did I? That was the one, PXD. Bought it on a dip at 250 or huge. What about whatever ones we broke? It doesn't matter. I'm not in them anyway, but this RRC, you didn't have to split the atom right here. The buy it had value. Listen, like I said, you took the top 5 and bottom stocks yesterday. RRC had great volume. The most volume it's did right here in a week. Broke to a new high. It's in the right sector. Even go to a weekly chart. No overhead resistance. Go to a monthly. Well, maybe it has it at 40. Maybe RSC probably does. Well, it's going to need a little rest. But let me go back to the other page here. You get the picture. Let's share more. Screen. What's moving now? USAC, XOP, BITF breaking low. That means the SU, large range movers. This is the good page right here. This is the stock. This is the money one. LABD, dash large, MU large range, coin breaking lower with a large range. All right. So what did I tell everybody? Large range with volume, and this is coin. So when I see that large range with volume, I'll show you my page and I go to my chart. Say, all right, coin has a range from 196 to 185, breaking low, just had a nice move down. It's under the 50-day, still has a little bit of the 8 and 20-day support, but I'll look at the other ones. What's BITO? Let's look at the major ETF for Bitcoin, and then I'll get into question. The Bitcoin ETF looks good, needs a little rest. It's in a triangle, man. So I'll move on. DoorDash, Bed Bath & Beyond going lower. I'll give you one more preview of the active page. And by the way, this is all on TGH too. What's coming in with volume in the last 10 minutes. So Carvana's coming with big volume in the last 10 minutes. Marna, Upstart. So look at Upstart. By the way, Upstart's been the weakest one. Look at Upstart. All right, so this is what I see when I look at Upstart. My Upstart chart. And this stock is broken. It's been weak yesterday too. I think it closed weak yesterday. Upstart, why not? It was weak. Old Tim Fury, relative weakness. The market was strong. Keep shooting. Seriously, that was it. Stock's down $12. What else is moving? MU is breaking lower. MU just got clobbered. And a lot of look at this MU. Why is this underperforming? As ON isn't ON is G Money on there? ON is acting well. So is Marvell Technology, I believe, last I looked. So why is MU lagging? I don't get it. So MU's a short, looks like a bad. XHP, the home builders. Jim Cramer said this KBH had great numbers yesterday. Remember when I said that? But it was acting poorly. Home builders breaking. Look at Lennar. I wouldn't touch this with anybody's money. Lennar breaking low. How about Lennar? What's the other one? Toll Brothers, other best of breed. Another one, home builders have no interest. All right, so I'm looking at those. XOP, so it's all oils they want, gents. All oils, USO, FANG. Oils are breaking low in Texas. I'll go right now. Oh, then they're really breaking lower. Futures breaking that 45.06. PAGs could have been someone. Ford is all oils break lower. Snap down. Snap is down 5%. That gave a lot back. It's got a lot of support. Futures. PAGs break low. I had this PAG short. That's the problem with contra trading, guys. You're so happy that a stock that's been going up 10 days in a row is actually negative that the first sign. That's why the contra trading, I'm really almost very over it. This is my cover on PAGs. It's just, I'm getting sick. No, it's stale. You know what I mean? After being so many years of doing it, it's getting stale. BTU still hanging it. Plug. SoFi. There's your SoFi, Lewis. The SoFi just nothing. All right, let me get back to the questions. It's getting a little late. Okay, where's TGH? The TGH homepage. I'll share. Hold on, guys. New share, TGH, log in. Okay, sharing your daily ES plan on LinkedIn, Mike. Yeah, you know, Lewis, I appreciate it. I saw that again. 44.90 holds nothing new, but you know, this is an option day, and you know, 4,500. And where are the spies? Here are the spies. Let me show you where the spies are. You know what? I'm not going to boil it all to option plays because there are other geopolitical thinking, you know, thinking that it's a Friday. But here are the spies, 450. Wouldn't you say that's pretty leveraged towards? That's a whole number on the spies. And here, if we look at the long-term chart of the spies, there's the 200-day. So if they pull back to 448 watt, like I said, in my opinion, I believe that with these strong stocks, with a lot of Apple, okay, can you blame it if it's going down one day? Stock went from 150 to 170. Let's look at the biggest trader at TradeView had a nice trade on Tesla. So would it be okay if Tesla holds at the $1,000 whole number? Okay, big deal. So it's stock picking. You know what I mean? Overstock, Bitcoin, Oxy breaking high. Oxy's flying. There must be some. Look at Oxy. There was a nice cover, right, guys? That it's 59. So let's see if they hold here. GRWG is down 8%. I didn't expect that. So you know what? I have an obligation here. President Biden and allies discussed another oil reserve release. That maybe is the news. This is my news here. I have an obligation to tell you what's going on. So let me go to my other page. As the market, see the futures, I came on and they were up 20. So they made a 20-point handle move. And they did it in the middle of the day. Kiss Trader liked my reply. Who's Kiss Trader? I appreciate it. How you doing? All right, let me look at my home page. So I can't put my ego, I have to put my ego aside. What's moving now? Oxy bullish. SPY's almost back to where it was at 3 p.m. yesterday. BTU up 9%. Huge. Well, let's go Walter Bloomberg. This guy's the best on things anyway. U.S. stocks fall. No decision made. Biden administration considering another release. What is this? Strategic release of oil. That was it. All right. So it's an oil news. Oil's flying. That's the oil news, guys. By the way, besides me or TradeGATEHub, if you wanted something for news, this is the guy, Walter Bloomberg. He's not alone. He's got 500,000 followers, but this is the market. Here's what's going out the market. Real-time trading here, TradeView. Let me show my screen. This is what oil did, right, with that release. Oil, CPE, ACAD. I got to buy something here, right? Lewis, 44.60 futures. Where's Square? Are we looking at some Square here in a dip? This is where a plan is tantamount, guys. Squares at the 8-day, maybe around the top square 125. I might have an interest on some Square nibbling, but right now it's 44.95. Look at Roblox. That's why I don't feel bad taking products sometime. Roblox profits. Roblox 2 days ago, or what a day and a half ago, was 52, and now it's 46. Let's go back to. Thanks again, Lewis. So 44.94, here we are. Let me go back to also my main page because we're trading live here. Sellers needed a headline and bombing is an oil field as good as any. All right, you're right. But we needed there was needed a catalyst to take a little profits, and this was it. STNE. We'll buy more. Let's buy something on the whole here. So futures 44.94. Where's the NASDAQ? QQQ's at 354. So they broke the 355, but that's okay on the Qs. STNE. Micron's down 3. Twitter. TTD's down 4. That's a bad stock. I didn't mind selling that there. How about Twitter? Where's our Twitter live? Twitter will wait to maybe 30. Twitter will wait to 36, 37. More live trading. PAGs down $1.60. It could have been someone. Refiners going up. See the refiners going? Clear. Car. Zillow. SE. Tesla negative. NIO. Look at this NIO. Don't want it. Anyone? Any other questions as I because I'm going to start putting on some trades over here. I don't know if I am. Etsy down 10. Look at this Etsy. There's my perfect. I'm going to leave it at this. There's the perfect example. G Money, anybody there? Lewis, out of shorting something over with the still under the 50-day. The market had a monstrous move. A stock like Etsy was right there, still under the 50-day. It's always a good entry point for us stocks to enter the front of the 50-day. ACAD, BLI, thanks for playing. China, Riven, Car, Ford, BTU, big pullback on BTU here. Just a 50-cent pullback. Boom. Doesn't look like it. Where's my cliff? Nothing. Tags. What do I want to buy, guys? Any ideas? Moss. See if that goes negative. Run. Maybe some run. Alternative energy. Nope. No interest. What's hanging in there? Tim Fury relative strength. U.S. movers near the high. VLD. ESTE. SM. LPI. Gush. What's breaking low? They finally got to these Diddy. So I don't feel like a fool, guys, on Diddy. Do I? When it went from 4 to 325. All right, I'll let everybody go. Tune in for after lunch. We'll see what's going on here. We'll leave it at this. The market did hold that 44.90, Lewis. See, that was today's low. Let's see if it sticks. But a lot of the other stocks, you know what? Don't try to be a hero, guys. You're not going to make the Friday in another day. It's kind of thin volume in a way. You know what I mean? Nobody really wants. Tune in after lunch. We'll come up with a new plan. All right, guys. So until then, it's 11:30 Eastern on a Friday. I'll tune in afterwards. Have a plan. Trade well. Thank you.